Hey guys, Pierluigi here, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the top icon resources which I used over the past 8 years as a designer, and especially the recent one, which I think are going to save you a lot of time and energies, and a lot of them are for free. However, there are also premium versions, but without further ado, let's get started with the very first one, which is now just before we get started, I want to remind you that I have a free course that you can access by clicking the link in the description, and also some amazing free resources which I'm going to share and that I built over the past 8 years working as a UI UX designer remotely. So if you're interested in those, feel free to check it out in the link in the description. The Nucleo app, icon organizer and library, and I literally live with Nucleo icons. They're amazing, and the reason being is that if you actually enter a design software, you can use them with pretty much any icon software out there, Adobe XD, Figma, Sketch, whatnot. Basically, Nucleo is an icon organizer, so I can easily search for an icon, such as the Facebook one, and I can drag and drop it directly into the design file. Now, in the past, I used to download icon libraries and go through folders upon folders upon folders for finding a single icon, but that's such a waste of time. And with Nucleo, you can avoid that. It's free to download the app. There's also a premium version with all sorts of different icons, and you can sync, for example, Google Material icons and many, many more. Now, similar to Nucleo, my very second best recommendation would be IconJar, which is essentially like a Nucleo from a high level. So if you go on IconJar, you can see that you can download this app right here. You can browse through all sorts of different icons. You can easily drag and drop them directly into your design files. Now, in my opinion, this is absolutely essential, and it saves a lot of time and effort during the design work. And as you can see, you can add all sorts of different icons in different formats. You can change the colors, the stroke width, and so on. Now, let's move on to the very next icon research, which I highly recommend you to check out, and that is Icon Finder. So Icon Finder has a lot of different icons, which you can download a lot of them for free, and then there's some premium ones, which you can see as they have the crown in the top left hand corner. But overall, great research. A lot of variety when it comes to the icons, so you can find both colored icons, glyph icons, stroke icons, and so on and so forth. And one of my favorite features is that you can easily browse and filter through the different type of icons directly from here. So if you want a solid one, you can simply click here, semi-solid, click here, and so on and so forth. So this makes the search very easy. There's also a licensing which you might want to check out before downloading the icons. And there's also a staff pick which usually has some pretty interesting icons. Now, the very next one is Flat Icon, and again, similar to the previous research, and Flat Icon is a website which I like to browse through whenever I'm looking for more illustrational icons. For some reason, I always find like icons like this very often. So this is the type of website which I would visit whenever I need something, an icon which is maybe not as minimal, but has some sort of illustration connotations to it. The very next one, and this one that I used a lot during the first years as a designer, is Phantasm. And the reason being is that it implements directly within a font from the development side. So you can literally add these as fonts, and they're very easy to implement in the front end. And they look stunning, they look perfect. I think this is a really solid icon library. Now, as you can see, a lot of them, they are premium, but there's definitely a lot of the free versions. So you can simply search here for example social. You can find that all of the basic ones are pretty much available, and there's also a basic version of the icon. Then there's a lot of variations of the same icon which are attributed to the pro version, but there's definitely a lot to choose from for free, and it's a very solid pack. The icons look really elegant and minimal, So if that's what you're looking for, definitely check out Phantasm. Now, if I couldn't find the icon that I'm searching for in the previous resources, my go-to is Noun Project. Now, Noun Project has over 3 million icons, and this is one of the biggest libraries out there. It's insane the amount of icons they have, and also the variations, and they just have a lot of really cool iconography, and that can be used for inspiration, and just in general, really cool place to have a look at for icons of all sorts, really. Now, the last resource which I want to recommend is Uiata.net, and this is a resource which I personally recommend if you're looking for some specific icon sets which maybe have a more illustrational connotation, or maybe you want some specific effects like glossy icons or even 3D icons. UI8 is the perfect place in order to find those type of niche icons which are definitely different from the average icon set out there, and they all look stunning. I really like UI8 in general. It's if you're looking for a premium resource, look no further. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're looking for more UI UX design training, I'm actually leaving a free course in a link in the description where I'm going to teach you the basics of UI UX design, as well as sharing for free a lot of design resources which I personally crafted and created. So feel free to check it out if you're interested in that, and I'll see you in the next video.